Alright, and we should be live, depending on the delay of YouTube, and it's shitty-ass live streaming shit.
We're live. Don't talk about it.
But hey, Google buying Twitch was a bad thing, right?
Oh, God.
They didn't actually buy them, did they?
It hasn't gone through yet, from my understanding. But
Yeah, plot twist, this is actually a stream about Google buying Twitch.
Alright, but what's going on, guys? Little Willie 618 here with my pals in crime. We got Marco from Marco Designs. We got Corsev, one of my fellow co-hosts in an upcoming podcast, as long as I don't fuck up the next recording.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. We got Bioman. Thanks going. What's your name now? TYTDerek?
Yeah, TYTDerek. I'm launching a new channel to get rid of the Bioman name. And it's really stupid because I have my Bioman picture here, but I'm too lazy to change it.
Yeah. And then we got Andrew. What's up, Andrew?
Not so much.
Alright, so talking about E3, first day.
Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Why
Sony,
sentiments
no.
exactly?
Ubisoft.
You don't think so, Andrew?
No, Sony won.
What makes you think Sony won?
Fanboy.
No, I actually have both consoles, and I was an Xbox fan when the console wars were around. I was an Xbox One fanboy, but after playing both systems, the PS4 is a lot better, and they announced more exclusives and games instead of Xbox.
I think
So
you're
let's-
bullshitting me here.
Yeah,
I heard more
No.
exclusive for
Fanboy.
Xbox One
I
than I
heard
did
more
for PlayStation.
Sir,
Let me
PlayStation.
let me go over all the exclusives for Sony. You have
I
the
have all
Destiny
of those.
bundle.
Right
You
here.
have the Order, Entwined, Infamous, DLC, Little Big Planet 3, Bloodborne, which I am getting, and it's
Was that
really good.
confirmed to be an exclusive? Bloodborne?
Yes,
Okay.
exclusive. Last of Us HD, Grim Fandango Remaster, I'm getting that. Let It Die, and Abzu. While Xbox has Forza, Sunset Drive, Dance Central, who cares about that?
Who cares about
Disney-
Little Big Planet?
Disney Fantasia, a Kinect game, no one cares about that. Fable Legends, that looked like crap. Blind Forest, that was decent. Then Phantom Dust.
and
Then
you forgot the
Halo.
dragon. You forgot the Scalebound.
I don't see how you can call any of those crap. Those looked actually really good. Even someone like me who doesn't even play like RPG style games, I was impressed by some of those games.
Okay, to be fair, I think we can call Dance Central crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I like that crap too.
You know how many penises they got gonna be out when those live cams go up? And
Oh my god!
Already started
Forza
on-
brought that
already
up to
started
me
on
after we
Twitch.
watched it, and I was
So
like,
many Twitch channels have been banned because people actually started, doing amateur porn live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, like that.
I think.
the World of Warcraft player or whatever.
Oh my god.
Remember that? Oh god.
Yeah.
But
think-
yeah,
Wow, I love WoW.
I think a lot of it. I think, for me, Microsoft definitely won, not because of the new IPs and things like that. Because Sony did beat them in terms of new IPs, but for Microsoft, they showed so much more of actual gameplay and actual things that you'll be able to do instead of just having pre-rendered CGI cutscenes. Sony had the whole thing with the whole captured on a real PlayStation 4 for like every single trailer. That doesn't mean it's an engine. That means that it's, just a pre-rendered cutscene that they're playing at 1080p, 60 frames. But, almost everything that Microsoft had, they had people playing it on stage. That was actual in-engine stuff.
But Sony had that too with Little Big Planet 3.
yeah. I mean, both
No.
systems
Yeah,
had
they
that
sucked
for
at
several
Little
different
Big
games.
Yeah, and
I
they
just-
sucked.
To me, the presentation, if
Yeah.
you just want a presentation alone, let's not talk about the games real quick. If you look at the presentation, Xbox and Microsoft won
Oh,
because it was boom, 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 boom. Sony was like,
Yeah, and all the bugs and audio issues that
Oh.
Sony had.
No,
What
that,
is
that
it
was
with
on,
PlayStation
that was on
audio
Twitch's
now?
end. That was on Twitch's end. I had a perfect stream running from GameSpot. That was
Yeah,
on
but
Twitch's
no.
end. It was
really?
the-
Because
the
Spike
whole
had the
Hulk
same
smash.
issue as well.
The really
Spike was
Hulk
running
smash,
the stream as well, and they had the same problem.
the Hulk
Yeah.
smash thing after the whole Infinity thing ended. Then you heard Hulk smash as it started to do interviews in the
Yeah.
next game. That was
Yeah.
an issue.
The big,
And
probably my favorite thing about the entire Sony conference was definitely the Scarecrow bit on
Arkham.
on Arkham Knight or whatever. Was that Arkham Knight that was for?
It was Batman Arkham Knight, yeah.
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 The Scarecrow bit was amazing there. Have you guys played Arkham Asylum?
Yep,
No.
a little bit.
There's a part where you get to Scarecrow, and it actually makes it look like your Xbox or PS4 or Xbox 360 or PS3 crashed. It makes it look like that because like the game like glitches out and then it just goes to a black screen and then it like reboots and it's really awesome. But yeah, they just sort of did the same thing on stage, having everything glitch out there before Scarecrow showed up.
Yeah, I played.
Hey, by the way, hey
Never
Andrew,
sound.
I just got a tweet from Phantom. He says you're crazy for thinking that. For
Okay.
thinking that they won. And we also got people in the chat. I see Phantom in the chat. So.
We
And
never
for some
did-
reason, whenever we went live, I tweeted out in Spanish.
you don't finish.
Either that or Portuguese, one of the two.
Way to go, boy.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, but no.
Quick side note, anyone seen Pico's tweets whenever he likes a video? He's been getting like an Asian language, can't tell if it's Japanese or Chinese or whatever. He's been getting like Spanish, Portuguese, English. His stuff's fucked. But anyway.
But hey, Sony did have a couple audio issues. Also, the Hulk thing and then the ladder thing and all that. There were some issues, and the whole failure of Little Big Planet. The people playing.
Well, at least
That
they were
one way
actually
you could not
playing
play
it.
for the damn.
I know. That's funny. The failure.
What do you guys think about the EA one?
Crap.
They were trying to please.
Well, see, they didn't have to do a whole lot just because, they're more of the game publisher. But at the same time, they should have, really tried to impress us with the games.
Yeah, I think they really didn't have a lot to go on. They tried to go over the whole, we're putting the players first thing, but, they didn't show anything to, back that up, and everyone knows how EA is already.
It's EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I don't think they were able to really have anything to go on with that. They just, did the same thing they did every year and just drove their sports through as much as possible. With
I'm pretty sure if they showed actual gameplay at Battlefront and Mass Effect, that would have changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that would have made things a lot better. But those, it's understandable that they wouldn't really have anything for Battlefront, especially because they picked that up right before last year's E3. After EA got the rights to to publish the new Star Wars games after LucasArts got shut down. They had to, they realized that that's what players wanted, and so they had to pick that up as quickly as possible. And so it wasn't even in development until just before last year's E3.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
Did anyone
they didn't
notice?
have anything at this point.
Did anyone notice that both Microsoft and EA kind of had themes to their presentations? It seemed like Microsoft to me had their whole theme was games, and community.
Well, yeah, because they failed so hard at that last year.
Yeah, and they wanted to really focus on it. And then EA, they were focusing more on the feel and the atmosphere within the games themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all their sports games that have big, huge stadiums. There's FIFA and Madden.
And Sims with the emotion.
Sims, I gotta say, but it's just that one's a flop in my eyes. I'm not a Sims player. I could be wrong. I would need someone that plays
No,
Sims.
it's really bad.
They really shouldn't have had live narration on the trailer for that. They should have pre-recorded that. I thought that was kind of stupid that they decided to have someone live narrating the trailer.
Yeah, I will say this though, they did do very well with the lady playing. What was it? The cello.
Yeah, she was.
That was really Dragon Age. Yeah, that one was good, and I gotta say, as someone who's a musician and played classical stuff before, you could tell that was filled with a lot of emotion. Just saying.
I'm still sad because no Knights of the Old Republic 3.
No,
I wanted that so bad.
Dude, I got a game that'll beat that. Jedi Outcast. They have matches with people running with lightsabers.
It can't beat KOTOR, dude.
Really?
It can't beat KOTOR.
Outcast was so fun though, dude.
Yeah, but just KOTOR and everything about it. I was really hoping for KOTOR 3, but having a new IP from BioWare is going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to be interested.
Yeah, did they ever give a name to that? I got new IP, but never the name.
All they said was just new IP coming.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. That's probably something they'll announce next E3, or if there's like Gamescom or something.
And they tried to compare it to Mass Effect a lot, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, there went Andrew.
Okay.
Another thing I want to bring up is Ubisoft. Ubisoft definitely ran an adult-only conference. With the
Ubisoft keeps butting into other developers' conferences, well, publishers' conferences. They need to stick to their own conference. What are they going to show off now?
The whole 420 blaze at the beginning with the smoke.
Hey guys, do you want to see Far Cry 4 again?
Yeah. Oh man, where's my Ubisoft notes? I had like a.
I
had a crap. Okay, here we go. So they started off with their Far Cry 4. Basically, the first 5 minutes of the entire game, which I love the guy afterwards. Whenever he comes out and says, we give you a fake passport, we do this and we do that, and then you're fucked.
I love his voice. His voice is awesome.
Yeah. I have to say though, I had trouble watching Ubisoft. I had to get on a 5-minute delay because for some reason I had Steam open, and I kept updating and it kept making me buffer.
So was Ubisoft's actual conference today? Because I probably missed that.
Yeah, it was. It was the first one that was streamed, but not on Spike TV.
Okay.
They did Far Cry 4. Like I said, first 5 minutes of gameplay. They did Just Dance 2015 and Just Dance Now, which is like the way they use smartphones in a TV over internet. It actually looked alright, but I mean, I'm not a big fan of Just Dance. My mom is, but she plays on the Wii.
The Division. They showed more of
Tom Clancy's The Division coming in 2015. That looked kind of interesting. I couldn't get the storyline of that one though pinned down.
No. But I highly recommend checking out one of the games that really blew me away. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh,
that game looks so cool.
That was what? That was at the end of the Ubisoft conference, and that one was huge.
That's gonna be so fun playing competitively and
well, not even competitively, just co-op mode. I mean, the 5v5 hostage situation they showed. That was just absolutely amazing. It was, I was blown away by it. And you know what? I don't even play Tom Clancy games, so
I'm picking that up because the fun I can have playing with you and other people, Yeti and all of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. But let's see, The Crew, which is their racing game.
Is that MMO racing game?
So
yeah.
So when
they're saying on July 23rd. They're going to have an open beta.
Oh, that's
so
I think they said that was on Xbox One. Am I right on that one, Corsev?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either. It's an open beta on the 23rd of July, but I can't remember what consoles.
One thing we got to mention about that is when are we going to see Team Just MLG The Crew?
Oh my god. What?
He's trying to make an MLG reference.
Yeah.
And it ain't working.
People like MLG, but
wow.
Sorry, that's coming from a League of Legends fan, where MLG means absolutely nothing.
Speaking of MOBAs, did you see the Dawn Gate?
Dawn Gate. They were trying really hard to push the whole MOBA is an entirely new concept thing. It didn't work because League of Legends exists, because Smite exists, because Heroes of the Storm exists. All the huge MOBAs already exist.
Dota 2.
Yeah, Dota, obviously. All those exist, but they're trying to push MOBAs as something completely new and innovative, and all they're doing, is essentially,
I don't know if they meant if MOBA was a new concept, or if they were trying to bring a new concept to the MOBA genre.
What would make the money? They brought it to console. They'll be the first MOBA to bring it over to console.
I think there's actually
it's like Halo Wars. It would suck.
Oh god! Don't even get me started on Halo Wars. I bought that game and I regret that purchase. That game was horrible. I mean, I saw
MOBAs
what
are
they were
just
going
not.
for.
Yeah, MOBAs are just not made to work on consoles. Like,
No, they're not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
the idea of it is that in a MOBA, you have to keep your eyes on everything in the game. You know, you have to be looking at all 3 lanes. You have to be looking in the jungle. You know, noticing when people leave lane, things like that, while also focusing on your own gameplay. And you can't do that on a console. You can't just click quickly on the mini map and then jump over to another place and then press spacebar to jump the camera back to your own player. And you just can't do that on a console. It completely negates the entire point of a MOBA game.
You're right on that part. I think EA is just trying to get a piece of the money in MOBAs. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah, MOBAs are definitely a huge fad right now.
Yeah. Me and Corsev were talking about it right after the stream, and I want to get your opinion on this, Bio. And Marco, feel free to join in too. I haven't heard you talk yet.
What?
You want me to talk? This is Bully stream.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just screwing with you, Marco. But me and Corsev were arguing how they're going to handle Dawn Gate. He thinks it's going to be pay to play. I'm thinking it's going to be free to play. Or
I think
what was your theory on it, Corsev? Was it pay to play or pay to win?
Pay to win.
You were thinking it was a pay to win?
Yeah, it's EA.
I don't know. I'm not sure though, because MOBAs have historically, I mean historically in the sense of in the past 2 years, but they've had as a genre they've had some of the best free to play models. League of Legends is the best free to play model that I've seen yet. Obviously Dota has got the entire fully free thing going on. All characters unlocked. Things like that. League has, in my opinion, the best one for both the publisher and the player, where the player is sort of wanting this to spend the money on it, But
but it's EA.
Yes, it's EA, but I'm not sure if EA is stupid enough to fuck something like that up. I think EA, as big as they are smart enough to realize, okay, we can have a decent free-to-play model going on with Dawn Gate.
But then again, SimCity Online only. They fucked that up.
Yeah, then they released offline mode later.
Yeah, 9 months after.
Well, after they got all their hate for it. But honestly, the big thing that made me mad about SimCity wasn't all the online only stuff, because I can play online pretty much whenever I want. The problem was the engine was totally horrid. It wasn't anything like it was supposed to be.
Speaking about free to play, you love that free to play trailer thing they showed at Sony, but you saw the fine print at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, that's how all free to play works.
Free to play game. Yeah. I mean, we can just fun if it all we want.
I don't know. Yeah. But still, that was just
funny.
I mean,
every free to play game has features you have to pay for. That's how they make their money. I mean,
not like Dota, but yeah.
I mean, well, if you look at it though, it's if you play Spider League of Legends, you have to use real money to get characters or skins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought how funny it was, just because he was going hard on the free to play, and then he says that, and then you see the trailer, it says, and the songs cost fees. That just made me laugh.
Yeah, that's man. But let's see.
And
I'll tell you one game I'm not gonna get from a Ubisoft's conference. The Shape Up game.
Oh my god, that guy's unibrow.
Oh my god. Oh, I kind of think I might get that game.
Yeah. I just know somebody's gonna watch this, so there you go. That little woolly guy, he needs that Shape Up game, goddammit.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I couldn't help but stare at the unibrow.
Go ahead. I make fun of myself all the time for being fat, so.
Yeah. The unibrow was all that I could focus on.
Yeah, that was weird that you focused on that.
How did the fat guy win?
I don't know, but that was...
He had more
so many stereotypes on that.
He had more
So what is this? I was busy manning a cash register for 4 hours. What?
Ubisoft premiered this game called Shape Up, and it was basically a game for Xbox One that used to connect, and there was a rhythm game to it where
it's basically a fitness game not a fitness game.
So it's like their Wii Fit.
Sorta. Yeah, but they did two things. They did show two games. One of them was like had like four
Guitar
piano
Hero.
keys, and you would like
Basically,
keep
Dance Dance Revolution.
No, it's basically Guitar Hero, but with
almost kind of, yeah. And then the second one, they brought developers from Ubisoft, one from San Francisco and one from somewhere in France.
In France.
Yeah, and they had a push-up competition, and somehow the American won.
Yeah,
And the whole time
USA.
they're doing
USA.
stereotypical American and French.
But Wooly, you forgot to mention the guy presenting the whole thing had a huge unibrow.
But you shut up about the unibrow.
No, it was epic.
Oh my.
Yeah, that guy had that USA pride going on. USA.
Yo,
I still don't know how he won.
hey, you guys.
I don't know either. I mean, I saw them get separated, but for the most part, they were going down, up and down at the same time.
Right.
It was close. But then I saw them get separated. And I was like, who took the lead there?
Yeah,
Hey.
I thought the other guy from France was winning.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It was like, how does a fat
Had more
American
perfection.
win?
Had more perfection than the other guy. That's why I saw it then.
Hmm.
But you guys gotta admit, when Sony announced the new camera thing, you heard the guy laugh in the crowd.
Oh man,
Because we offered it as an option instead of making you buy it.
That was honestly, they should have just left that alone fully. Like, I think that was a big mistake to even talk about that at all, because all they did was mention it just to say, hey, we're not Microsoft, but that just sort of makes you look like a tool, and like it's also going to cause people to look at it the wrong way. Like, wait, really? They just blasted Microsoft so hard last year for doing stuff like this, and then now they're talking about their new and improved iToy. Like,
But then again, you remember
The way they
introduction of the
put it off,
conferences? Sorry, go ahead, Wooly.
Go ahead, Corsev.
The introductions of the conferences. Remember, I think Microsoft said how we can bring it as a Sony, Wii U, and Microsoft all together, and make gaming feature, whatever. And then Sony said how we're gonna be the best.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I mean, the thing about I mean,
even though they had so
they
many
always had the eye.
platform.
PlayStation's always had the eye, though. That's the thing. But it was always an option, and they wanted to make sure they wanted to have that one little stab at Microsoft. I mean, they're going. Each company's going to stab each other at least once during each conference. Although I think PlayStation kind of did, because not only were they stabbing at Microsoft, but they stabbed a little bit at EA and Ubisoft too during their conference.
Yeah,
Honestly, like, I don't know. I think Sony did a lot of the crap that Microsoft did last year, and they didn't think about it. Like, the whole powers thing was incredibly stupid. Like,
Yeah.
no one wanted to see that. No one cared. They didn't even show any footage because nothing was made yet except concept art. And, like, no one wanted to see Powers, and no one cared that you would get, to see the first episode of Powers for free whenever you got, PlayStation Gold,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was PlayStation TV? Now you can play your PS4 on the second TV.
Yeah.
Wait.
Why did they talk about the PlayStation 3 so much?
but no, because
PlayStation 4. Yeah.
the
No,
whole
the-
TV thing, because they're losing money in the TV department, they had to bring that up.
they're talking about the PS3 before because
Yeah.
they still want to try to keep that alive.
Yeah.
They need to keep the PS3 alive so that they're making money, so that they don't go out of business.
Yeah, because Sony's in the hole big time right now. They really
Yeah.
are.
They can't.
I mean, they also know, though, that there's a lot of people that are still on the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because the PS3 did come out, did it come out, significantly later than the Xbox 360?
Yeah, it came out a little bit, like a year, close
Came
to
out,
a year.
like a year later.
Okay.
Yeah, plus I think PlayStation has 10-year plans with all their consoles, so I mean there's still got a few years with the PS3 before they stop supporting it. But I mean the one thing about that though is I never heard Microsoft talk about the Xbox 360.
Nope.
It was all about the one.
Yeah.
They focus on this generation, this gen.
They don't need to focus on the Xbox 360 anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made their profit on the Xbox 360 2 years before the Xbox One came out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they broke their break-even point. So.
Probably hear more 360 at Gamescom, I'm guessing.
I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a lot of games that come out on 360, and that's still going to be supported. But I mean, a lot of the games that were shown were for Xbox One, either first on Xbox One or exclusively Xbox One.
Yep.
So they put the focus on this current generation, which is what they needed to do because for them it's about getting a couple more million in sales on the consoles.
Yeah.
Which they can easily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They push games hard. They're shoving games down people's throats. Microsoft.
Yeah,
EA
let's see.
did that
Microsoft was shoving games down people's throats, was very colorful, whereas Sony was very dark. All their games.
Yeah, what was up with that? Like,
I don't know. When the Order 1866 came up, I thought we were getting like a Dead Space game.
Yeah, like with Microsoft, what were they thinking? Was their creative team thinking like, "Hey guys, you know what's cool? The '90s."
What with all the colors?
Yeah, with just like how and that one by Insomniac Games, I think.
Sunset Overdrive,
Sunset Paradise, or something like that. Like
Sunset Overdrive.
Overdrive, that's what it was. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive. Like, what was up with that? Like,
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought the classic shooter guy in the shooter situation, the military guy.
I thought it was going to be a war-themed game, and then all of a sudden, here comes this punk rock guy.
Honestly, EA did it last year with Garden Warfare. Like, honestly, the whole fake out the audience thing is starting to get kind of stupid. But
I got a good laugh out of that.
But yeah, I mean, I'll get a laugh out of Sunset Overdrive. That's probably a game I'll end up getting.
I know.
There's another one, Evolve.
Yeah.
On Xbox One.
What was
Exclusive beta and DLC on Xbox One. It's FPS. It looked like an MMO tied into that FPS.
No, I actually know a lot. It's more of 4 guys. Each person has a certain support. One's a medic, one's a tank, another one's DPS, and another one trapper. And then you got another person playing as the monster, and then trying to take them all out.
I thought that was Fable.
No.
That's Fable too.
You always person plays the monster.
Well, it's got like a lot of RPG-ish kind of elements to it. It seemed like to me, or MMO style. I don't know.
Not really. It's just the monsters. The guy has to eat, and then you guys got to track him down and kill him. That's basically what it is. And each role has a certain job. They all need to work together to take on the monster.
Yeah. Let's see. Dragon Age Inquisition. Have we talked about that one yet?
I really have no interest in Dragon
Yeah.
Age. I was just so mad that it wasn't KOTOR.
Yeah, I never played Dragon Age, so. But the Dragon Scalebound, you saw that? The Scalebound trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working with the dragon to kill that big monster and then big Hydra dude. That looked really cool.
That game.
That actually looked really cool.
What was that game that had like the 4 players getting really into like their chat, oh no, I'm getting hit here, get the guy on the left and stuff like that.
Division.
Was that the Division? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they were like playing a game inside of a game.
Maybe. I'm not quite sure. It was. I know one thing was like the guy had this thing called the Firefly that like did like this big like flashing light thing that sort of stunned one of the enemies.
That was the Division.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
That one looked pretty interesting, I guess. It looks like it would have been, sort of like a scenario themed, it really, like, the style was really just, generic this wasn't first person shooter, was it? Now, like, it looks like generic shooter, but like, I'm not sure. Like, it had some interesting, ideas and like the items and stuff like that, but overall, it just looked really generic, and the fact that everyone was overdoing it and the chat was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta watch Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege. That looked really good though.
Yeah, that was a really good game. Me and Corsev talked about it, and we were like, "Holy crap, we're getting that game."
Yeah, it's 5-on-5. It showed
it showed a 5-on-5 hostage situation, a team of people of abductors and a team of like agents or police people.
SWAT. I'd call them
SWAT members. Yeah, I guess was the best way to put it. SWAT, and it was actually really good. It was
shoot for the walls, completely shoot for the walls, and actually use the bullet holes so you can shoot and everything.
Oh yeah,
it looked really good, smooth.
Yeah, If you haven't seen that trailer yet, just look it up on YouTube. It's probably up by now. But it was one game that was like in last year's E3 that they talked about and came back in this year's was the Project Spark.
I actually played the beta for that.
At the end of that, what was with Conker just showing up at the end of that trailer for no reason?
Apparently Conker's going to be in the game.
Yeah, they're putting him in Project
Spark. Like a Conker theme.
Well, great. Now that game's gonna be ruined.
I could just see someone trying to make the Great Mighty Pooh.
Yeah, the Great Mighty Pooh. Yep.
I could just see that happen, but I mean, they haven't used Conker in what 10 years? They said. So
there's a reason.
Well, but still, Conker's Bad Fur Day was a really great game on the N64. I really wish I was old enough to play it, but.
You know what made me really mad about the Sony conference? No Square Enix.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I really wanted there to be, at least something about Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe something about Final Fantasy 15. I wanted there to be something there, but or even just, like more gameplay and cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
Yeah. But they really did nothing about it.
Yeah, they just didn't even show up, which I think is kind of stupid, but I don't know.
Well, I think Square Enix wasn't like last year, like their last big, what'd you call it? Appearance. Yeah, their last big announcement / appearance for PlayStation.
Well, I mean, like last year is when they announced the Kingdom Hearts 3, and that Kingdom Hearts 3 was in development, and then also that they were rebranding one of the games that was really anticipated as Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, they completely skipped that. So true, dude. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Of course, you remember Final Fantasy was. I don't think it wasn't exclusive anymore.
Kingdom Hearts is non-exclusive now for the first time in the series. It is on both Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, and it was the same story last year too, because that was kind of a thing that a lot of people caught was they never said it was exclusive. They just said it was going to be on PS3 and PS4.
Oh yeah.
Now honestly, they really should have at least said something about Final Fantasy 15 because they showed gameplay last year.
Yeah,
they had gameplay last year, and they never followed it up with anything, and now everyone's wondering where it is because, if you have enough to have playable levels in their final quality, that means you should be showing more stuff about the game.
Yeah.
Also, the whole GT5 thing. For PS4, they didn't add the fact that it was coming out for any other console. They just stated PS4.
But if you go on the actual website, they got it where it says for the other consoles. It's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
But you did hear them say for Sony saying, we can fetch the Xbox 360 saves over the PS.
I don't know how they would do that, first of all, because you would have to somehow get into Microsoft stuff and get into your gamer tag through your PSN account to be able to transfer all that over.
Yeah, I think it was just them trying to...
It was just them trying to pull in more money. That was a money grab if you ever saw one.
Wait, what did they say they can do?
They said they could take, if you played Grand Theft Auto 5 on either PS3 or Xbox 360, you could transfer your stuff into the PlayStation 4 version.
Probably what they'll do is go through the Rockstar Cloud or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably what they do.
I mean, I could see that happening.
Cool.
I can see that happening, but the problem is that that's kind of a bullshit move because Xbox One is also going to get the game along with PC.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't say that's a bullshit move. I mean, Pokemon does it.
That's the thing. It's probably not Sony being able to do that. It's just Rockstar doing that for the game so that you don't have to go and play the game all over again once you get it.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that at all. I mean, Pokemon did it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how they never mentioned any other version of it for PS. They just strictly said PS4 version. When
well, you're not going to say that. You're not going to say that our competitors
have
it too. You're not going to say that our competitors are going to have this too, but you can do this to the PS4.
I mean, last year, each side was paying money to publishers and developers to not talk about the other, the other side's version. People are gonna do that.
Oh yeah, but it'll get out eventually, and then someone's going to look bad. It'll either be the publisher or it'll be the.
It's just, do you want to pay the extra money to, make yourself look better? I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't think that's a greedy tactic.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems shady to me. I don't know. Maybe that's me being ethical. I don't know, but.
Because if you actually watch the trailer walkthroughs, it showed at the very bottom all the systems, and it looked like Sony just cut off the low bottom of it, so it only shows PS4.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Sony.
I mean, that's probably what they were doing. They had like a 5-minute delay from the time they were supposed to start. Just like they had another delay, just like they did last year. They had to change something up, and they changed that up. Like they changed the price.
Man, last year they probably changed up their whole presentation.
Yeah.
I did like how besides Little Big Planet, everything did go as planned in all conferences.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, did they not know that they're supposed to practice this stuff? Like,
they probably did. Probably the just sucked.
Better at video games. Like, this is an introduction level to the game. You should be able to do some simple wall jumps.
I mean, come on, we've been doing wall jumps since Mario, okay?
Since like Super Metroid, dude. Like,
probably even before that, Ninja Gaiden did the same thing, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you should be able to, have, some simple skills if you're, playing a game for, a huge audience and then a huge broadcasted audience. It was kind of, like, embarrassing what they did with Little Big Planet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's obvious to me that Sony lost this one whenever you compare it to Microsoft. Let's look at the four. But if you guys were to rank the 4 big conferences today, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and PlayStation.
Actually, I think Ubisoft did better than PlayStation.
Sony was way better than EA.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, EA's at the bottom of my list, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Ubisoft went second, in my opinion.
You think? Yeah. You think they went second?
But then again, I'm not a big fan of Ubisoft anyway. Like, I never really can get into any of their games.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, the one thing that was annoying about Ubisoft though is they had that what's her name, Aisha something, as the host.
The black chick.
Yeah, she was trying to be all comedian and stuff. Like,
at least it's not Mr. Caffeine. Oh my god, Mr. Caffeine was a total train wreck. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? He was the spokesman for Ubisoft. I don't know how many years ago it was, but he was trying to, make really outdated jokes. He made like sex jokes whenever he could, and it was just totally embarrassing for Ubisoft.
Yeah. So I'd say at least this chick didn't go that far.
At least
she had some good cracks. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that she said at the beginning that as soon as she said, I was like, yeah, this is why this is being streamed and not on live TV.
She made a Wii joke.
Yeah, she said it was like 420 up in this bitch.
Oh. Yeah, Mr. Caffeine did the whole, like, hey, you want to come over to my house and play my Wii? Yeah, like, that was when, the Wii was new and people were actually making that joke.
Oh, man.
Was the guy that came out for No Man's Sky on something?
Yeah, he really didn't look like he was enthusiastic and showing off his game.
We're a tiny little developer, and
but then
get off the stage now.
I think he was just nervous. I mean, I would be nervous too if I'm just some tiny guy and I'm on this humongous stage promoting our first game. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said there's only 4 guys working on that game.
Yeah, I heard that.
Get like a fact check for that.
Yeah,
but then
I mean,
you guys remember? Sorry, you guys remember? The company got completely flooded by that flood, and they had to move places.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that for me makes Microsoft the top, and I'm pretty sure you guys will agree, is all the Halo stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't think we talked about that in the live stream yet, have we? We talked about it before, but
we talked about it before.
Yeah.
I always liked COD better. Oh, hi, Paul.
Oh, who's it?
That's Paul.
Paul.
the cat.
You're a dick.
Well then.
We're
So you
live.
actually
Okay,
got
I'm
in
back.
Paul.
I mean, I got the thing installed. Hi.
Wooly, do you know Paul? Paul the cat, who did a lot of stuff on Yash Recruits.
No, I
God.
know. What's up, man?
By the name, please. Only call me by SuperPawsitive.
Yeah,
Super
he
positive.
rebranded.
Unlike my
Well,
Well, you
KD.
can call me Paul, but I mean, not the cat. Oh God, that branding, horrible.
That's what you were on Yash Recruits.
No.
Meow.
Yeah.
All right, so
Jumped in at the
super
middle of the Halo
positive.
discussion.
Halo.
So super positive, not like my KD. What'd you think about the conference, man?
I
The
didn't
conference.
see much of it. I only saw like the beginning portion of the Microsoft conference and the ending portion of the Sony conference.
Really?
Most of
Oh,
the time,
so were you at work or something during the rest of them?
no, actually, I was getting ready for E3. Very coincidentally.
Yeah, he's going there tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
tomorrow and for the entire week that it's going.
Oh, are you in the LA area right now, or?
Yes, I am. I'm
Oh, nice.
in a very rundown room right now, but yes, I am.
Okay, so if we hear gunfire, then what part of LA you're in? All right.
He's actually writing for Extra Life.
It's one of the nicer parts of LA. So all you'll see here is like weed, and that's about it.
That's the entire state of California. That could be anywhere.
Oh, that's true.
So,
But yeah.
Halo.
Paul's actually going to be reporting for Extra Life. He's got like interviews with different developers and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's
really?
cool.
That
Wow.
Nice.
Really
I'm
cool.
not very
Can you talk to
confident
someone
with
to give me
myself.
paid expenses to EA next year?
Okay, wait, what?
Can you get like a? Can you give me like a paid expenses trip to EA next year?
Right.
E3, not EA.
E3. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Were we even going to talk about Halo or no? Guys?
Yeah, let's talk about it because it's
Yeah. That was the big thing Microsoft went on. I think they actually succeeded.
The bundling the beta, the TV show, and all the games in one thing.
Yeah. From what I gathered during that part of the conference, that Master Chief Collection, all the Halo numbered titles, Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, on one disc, and custom playlists as far as multiplayer goes. And you can switch back and forth between each of the storylines. So
And
that was-
multiplayer.
yeah, and everything was unlocked on that too. Didn't they say that everything was unlocked once you got the game?
Yeah, they did. They did say that
Yeah.
everything was unlocked.
Yeah, and if you get the Master Chief Collection, you also get access to their Halo Nightfall digital web series or whatever.
Wait,
I
what
don't
is
know,
called?
but I am personally excited to pick that up, like, once it does come out. Because
Yeah.
I used to be a really big Halo person. Like, before I started doing YouTube, before I met Bio, whatever, 312.
Well then.
Before any of that, I used to be a really competitive Halo player.
Yeah.
And
They're not changing
yeah,
anything.
there's like a group of people that just got together every 3 months, I want to say, that we all had a tournament, and I would always go to those, and I used to be really competitive. But then I found League in my life. And,
Yeah, but
wow.
they're doing since what is it, this year or next year? They said was the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2.
I'm not sure.
I think they said it's
might be
this
next
year
this
that's a 10-year.
And you get into the beta that will release in December.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
found
and
it
the Halo 5 beta comes with the Master Chief Collection as well.
I found it funny that in the gameplay footage they had of the Halo 2 match, the cameraman was teabagging the spokesperson.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
But he said, he's crouching on my face.
I
yeah.
was like, yeah,
I mean-
man, he is crush stepping on me.
Wait, what? Who?
They did a 2v2 on Ascension from Halo 2, same engine as the original Halo 2 multiplayer.
Same
And-
everything.
Yeah, and they did this 2v2. They different perspective of a pro player, I think it was, and he immediately gets a kill and teabags the guy. That was the
this
narration.
was the cameraman, because they didn't have the spokesperson being the cameraman, but they had like a pro player as the cameraman, and he was
killed the
teabagging
cameraman and teabagged him.
Yeah, he killed the spokesperson and teabagged.
Spokesperson. Did I say cameraman?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
God,
That
I'm
was
all over it.
interesting. Professional teabagging.
Yeah, but they
Oh.
showed how everything was on their original engines, which is kind of appealing. Everything 1080p, 60 frames per second, on dedicated servers.
For Halo, yep. For both
To be
games.
honest, anytime they say 1080p, 60 frames per second, I only feel like they can rightfully say that with older franchises that run on weaker engines.
Mm-hmm.
Because games
Yeah.
like Watch Dogs already
Yeah.
proved that they can't like run at 1080p, 60 frames per second.
I hated that everyone was like, ripping on Ubisoft for not, making Watch Dogs, 60 frames a second. But you can't, you can do 1080p 60 frames a second, on something like Halo 2, but you can't do that in a game where you take acid trips and become a giant spider tank, or hack into anything ever. You can't.
And how big the world is.
Yeah, and on consoles right now, they're not powerful enough to, do 1080p 60 frames per second well on, complex games like that.
Well,
Yeah, I
there's
mean, you're dealing with complexity, and you're dealing with new systems that, let's not forget, 360 and PS3, they didn't really get to that big time, 60 frames per second, 1080p, or 720, whatever they went on. They didn't get to that high level of quality until really late into their life cycles.
Yeah, the developers don't know how to use the system to its full potential yet. They
Yeah,
just
I think
released-
especially with Xbox One, isn't there some sort of specialized RAM that developers really don't know how to utilize
Yeah,
that?
no. If you don't have the Kinect plug-in, the developers can use 10% more CPU now.
You mean GPU?
Yeah, GPU that was reserved for the Kinect. As long as the person doesn't have the Kinect plugged in.
Oh god, the Kinect.
See, I actually like-
am.
Hold on, guys, hold on. Xbox, turn off. Yes. Okay.
Did it work?
It is
Yeah.
useful. But yeah, I am slightly shocked, but very glad and impressed even that they didn't even mention Kinect the entire time.
They even showed the Kinect game, the new
Yes.
Fantasia, but they didn't show no gameplay because they didn't want to show the Kinect.
Yeah.
I thought Project Spark was a game that also utilized Kinect, wouldn't it?
No,
It can, I
Probably
think,
not.
but not.
Again,
It can, but it's not needed.
It would be
Yeah,
way
that's
too
true.
complex if it had Kinect support, because the idea of that game is that players create the games that you play in Project Spark.
Yeah.
But by the way, I did not like the idea of them using or bringing back Conquer into.
Yeah, we talked about that. There is no reason for them to randomly
Yeah.
have Conquer show up.
Yeah.
It's completely
still
different themes.
I guess it's to bring
Flashing.
interest to the project, but honestly,
Yeah, and plus,
I'd
let's
much
think about
rather
this. That's IP Microsoft owns that they haven't used in 10 years. So,
like Killer Instinct, they brought back.
yeah, Killer Instinct actually did really well from what I heard. I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you.
What was the new game they were supposed to be
I
bringing
would
back?
argue that.
Did any of you play
Personally,
Grim Fandango?
New Killer Instinct, but
I never heard of Grim Fandango or whatever.
Yeah, the
What?
same place.
I never
Yeah.
heard of that game. Also, the other games Microsoft showed that they're gonna bring back. What was that game? Dawn.
Dawn Gate.
Yeah, I never heard of that game.
Dongate's something
No.
else. Dongate's the MOBA.
Yeah. No, wait, that was the EA's conference, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was talking about the Soul thing, whatever it's called.
Oh, hold on, I got you here.
I went out.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
No.
Oh.
No,
That was
no,
another
the
one I
new
just
game
thought-
they're supposed to be bringing back. They're doing like what they did with Killer Instinct. They're bringing another old game back.
See, this is how boring it was. None of us remember it.
Well, I took a lot of notes, so I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Here, I
Was
can
it
bring it up on
wasn't Dance
Reddit.
Central, was it? That they
No.
were no.
Give me a second. I'm looking it up on r/games.
Oh my god, I hate Skype and stupid emoticons.
Hey Marco, you're not actually falling asleep this time.
What are you talking about?
You're.
Okay.
He doesn't have his TV on either, which is amazing.
I actually do. No.
Don't turn it on, man. Please don't.
No, yeah, it's back there. I was playing 2K.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me find the big recap. Oh my god, why is that not loading? Here we are. Okay. This was in the Microsoft one, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
was it Crackdown?
No.
No, Crackdown was at the very end.
Uh,
This was like towards the
Scalebound.
beginning.
See, there's Scalebound, The Division, Phantom Dust, Witcher 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider, a bunch of indie games.
It wasn't. There's.
Inside, which looks really interesting, made by the Limbo devs.
Yeah, here's what I got, and I did this in order. We got COD Advanced Warfare that started the whole thing off. Then they talked about Forza 5, a new DLC coming. Forza Horizon 2. They talked about Evolve. Ubisoft came on and talked about Assassin's Creed Unity, Dragon Age Inquisition, Sunset Overdrive, some Dead Rising arcade-looking DLC coming.
Oh,
yeah,
that made me laugh so hard. Here it is.
Yeah.
Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha.
Yeah.
I
was like,
love
okay,
that.
they're either trolling us or.
Yeah, no, Capcom just making
that's
fun
the
of
actual
themselves.
name. That is amazing.
That is the name. Super Ultra
it's
Dead Rising 3
available.
Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha.
I want to see somebody go to school and just be like, dude, did you hear about that new DLC? Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
I just
Super
wanna see
Ultra
it.
Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper
Boom, boom,
Edition EX Plus Alpha.
Oh
my god.
I saw that. I thought it was a complete joke, and then it was DLC. I was like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I think that game needed that DLC because that game was, like Dead Rising 3 was just much more dark and generic and stupid compared to Dead Rising 2 especially. That game was known for, having a humorous take on the whole zombies thing,
Yeah.
you can make a paddle saw, But yeah, Dead Rising 3 just said, "Oh, okay, let's just make this, really dark and gritty and zombie."
To be
What was
completely
this game
fair, the entire setting of Dead Rising 3, I didn't mind it, but it was definitely a departure from what they were previously making in the Dead Rising series. As soon as I popped that, because that's the only game I own for the Xbox One. As soon as I popped that game in, I was just expecting a bunch of really silly mechanic or really silly story. But I was actually really kind of surprised by the amount of depth that they actually put into that, which didn't actually work to their advantage. It was really a weird game.
Yeah. What was this? There was an early 2015 debut for a game called Inside. Was there actually a bigger title than that? They showed the trailer to it
Microsoft?
for the Microsoft conference. Yeah.
Wasn't that the one? The
For
two
each conference, I saw a lot of them saying, "Oh, we're going to remake this game and remake that game."
So
Well,
many remakes.
I would say
all
that
of
they
them.
only did that for Halo for the most part in Microsoft. Maybe a couple of 360 releases going to be Xbox One releases, maybe one or two, but there wasn't really a whole lot of that. That was mainly PlayStation. We really need to get a PlayStation guy in here so that way he can try to defend the PS4.
The one we had left because he was getting overpowered.
Well, you see, I try to get Whack 4863 in here, and I don't have Living Brutality or Crank Gameplays because those guys are the PS4 guys I know that could probably talk about it and actually bring some balance into this. But me and Corsev are on Xbox One.
Honestly,
you're on Xbox as well.
I think Sony would be the better conference for someone who really likes that and still likes that really gritty gameplay, the really gory stuff, and then also someone who's still into zombies and stuff like that, if you loved all of that stuff from, last year's E3 and, really the past few years of anything, then yeah, you're going to like Sony's a lot better.
Yeah.
But Microsoft's really just trying to push the the sort of horizon of gaming right now. They're trying to make things more colorful now, which is really good.
Yeah, I mean,
one game we never talked about so far is Battlefield Hardline. We haven't brought that
oh
up.
yeah, we haven't touched on that yet.
Call of Duty. I'm not too big of a Battlefield.
I saw that a lot of people were making it like a combination of Battlefield and Payday 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
But
see
the
that.
thing is, with the heist and all that, how can the fucking organize it with 32 people? It's gonna be fucking chaotic.
I don't
No,
really.
it's not
And
gonna
not
be.
everyone's
honestly
gonna
don't
use a
see-
mic.
I don't understand how they're trying to go with the whole, cops and criminals thing. Like, it's Battlefield. It's a multiplayer, big server, big match, like 32 player stuff, That doesn't make sense for a game where you're playing as, cops or criminals.
It showed one match where it was they had to rob a van and get the confidential lead.
Yeah, I can see it if
like-
it's, something like a campaign like that, but, like, how are they going to do multiplayer? That just doesn't make sense.
I know, with 64 people, you're not gonna have no organization at all.
It's not going to be that many people. I think
Like,
it's going.
Battlefield...
No, they said
It was
war
32
game,
v 32 during the demo they were showing.
Wow.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
chaotic.
Like, they
That's
just-
not gonna happen.
I think it would have been a lot better if, they had done what they did, but tried not to go with, something like Cops and Criminals, because, it's a war game, Battlefield, the way that works, with the whole destructible environment thing that they're,
Can I tell you something
Friday.
that's gonna piss you off more? The campaign is gonna be like a crime drama on TV. The campaign is gonna be like that.
honestly, I don't really have, like, too many feelings towards it, because, I never really got into Battlefield other than the hilarious shark physics of Battlefield 3 beta. But yeah, like, I think that's just kind of stupid what they're trying to do, turning a war game into a cop thing.
Phantom
What?
just said he shut off his Xbox.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to say anything.
And Phantom's trying to defend Sony right now.
Oh,
Saying
is he?
PlayStation did fine.
I can't see the comments right now. What's going on?
We got someone in the comments saying that PlayStation did fine. I mean, they did okay. I'm not saying they did terrible, but I feel like they did do as well as they could have.
Sony.
Wait, there's people commenting on this?
Yes,
one
this
Yeah.
is a live broadcast, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it says live at the top right.
I didn't give any of you my written consent. Dang it. Okay, whatever. Let's keep going.
Okay.
That's all I were supposed to.
I thought that was something that Google did, like automatically.
That's also why it has you click the thing that says, I understand that this is a Google Hangout on air.
Yeah, that this may be broadcasted on YouTube live.
I'm sorry, I accept the terms and conditions without reading them, okay?
Just like
So
every
far.
other typical gamer.
South Park, the episode.
Just make sure you put in special guest SuperPawsitive at the very bottom.
Oh
not
yeah,
special.
I'll try to get everyone's links to Twitter and YouTube down in the description. Just
Awesome. Sweet.
You're
Yeah.
not,
Just,
you're not a special guest because you're not special, Paul.
Wow.
he's
dude.
try to be super positive, Bioman.
I never heard about you before.
Wow.
Corsev, you're dick. Hard Corsev, he's always the asshole of the group.
No, I'm not.
But let's see. Is there any other games that you guys could think
Call
of that you guys saw
Duty.
that
Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty?
Call of
Guy's
Duty
arm got
actually
stuck in a
looked
door.
kinda interesting. At first, I thought it was just like a different game entirely because like it came
That's
in.
a space drop. That's cool.
Paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I gotta say
that's
this
a space
because
drop. I like that.
I gotta say this because I took notes out throughout all the conferences. And
I
the first
wanted
note I
to-
wrote down during Microsoft conference was, I want them wristbands. Because they were wearing those green wristbands that lit up whenever everyone was clapping and shit.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
was like, that's where my ADD that I'm pretty sure I have went. It went right to the wristbands that lit up.
honestly,
But-
there wasn't too much of anything spectacular. They really, with Advanced Warfare, they tried to, scale it down from what they tried to do in, past E3s. They didn't try to end the conference with Call of Duty. They didn't try to, talk about how awesome their fish AI was.
Yeah,
They really
he started
started to,
out the conference with Call of Duty, which
tone it
was a pretty
down.
strong start, I thought, even for Call of Duty being Call of Duty.
I think they honestly did a good job in, just letting the game
my
speak
God,
for
that
itself.
cat.
letting the
Excuse
gameplay
me.
speak for itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one thing I thought of when I was watching that is the movie Elysium and Day After Tomorrow. No, Edge of Tomorrow, the new movie coming out with Tom Cruise, the exoskeleton. That's what I thought about watching that.
Yeah. I mean, I took a lot of notes with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare at the beginning because I was trying to figure out like what we could expect with the campaign and also what we might go over to multiplayer.
I really
So-
hope they don't bring the grenades out
What's
for
that?
the multiplayer. I really hope they don't bring the heat seeking
What?
grenade.
Yeah,
Oh,
the cycle grenades.
Yeah, I like-
those are going to be campaign only. I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah,
They're
that's
gonna
gonna
be
have to be
campaign.
campaign only because that would entirely throw off their entire create a class system if they had that. But I like that idea. I think
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot. They did a real. Sledgehammer went very futuristic with this one. It had a shotgun that looked like a sonic boom shotgun kind of thing. Like it had
Yeah, that looks
boom
really cool.
effect. The laser gun with like a
Damn,
tractor
that
finder
cat.
style sight. What
Oh, shut up! Quit killing raccoons.
Meow.
Raccoons don't go meow. Yeah.
I know. But they had that laser gun with the tractor finder like sight. There was at the end of the demo, they showed that the guy had lost his arm and he had like the robotic like stuff in it. It wasn't like his actual arm. It was like had the robotic mechanics, kind of like what you see in futuristic body parts. So that makes me wonder if the exosuit is more than just an exosuit. You know what I mean?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And then they had their version of the Swarm in that
that
demo.
was cool. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm thinking
I
that's
like
going
how
to be a
the
possible kill
Swarm-
streak.
The Swarm actually had, AI to it. It had actual interesting group AI to it. And it wasn't just, a bunch of hunter killers flying around. This was an actual stream of drones. And it
Yeah,
was
you
so
could actually
cool.
see individual
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. I'm really wondering if that's going to be a kill streak in the multiplayer. Because that seems like something they would do. I mean, the Swarm was in Black Ops 2. Maybe Sledgehammer's doing their version of it in Advanced
I would
Warfare.
have to feel that if they did add the Swarm over as a kill streak, it would have to have a ridiculously high thing, assuming it covers the map.
Well, I mean,
I
that's
would
what
think that
Blops
if that's
2
like
did.
a kill streak, that would have to be like a high teens.
I mean,
at
yeah,
least.
I mean, that's what Blops 2 did, is they made that
Yeah,
their highest
it was-
streak. And,
Yeah, Swarm was their highest score streak. So
I'm wondering how they're going to handle, okay, background. I never played Ghosts, but I played, Blops
Yay,
2
you're lucky.
And a
You're
few before
lucky.
that. Yeah, Blops 2 really tried not to go, really big on, the whole deal with, get to the highest kill streak. Because, with Blops 1, the goal in multiplayer was pretty much always get your Blackbird, Chopper Gunner, and dogs. And, but in Blops 2, everyone's talking about, going for a nuclear and not, going for dogs, going for a nuke, going for, whatever big kill streaks there are. I'm wondering how Advanced Warfare is going to handle kill streaks.
I
And
I
if
mean,
they have
look
something
at
like the Swarm.
all the Infinity War games.
They should be fine.
I just the only thing I play. One thing is no death streaks. That's the one thing I'm playing. No death streaks.
Yeah,
Lots
I
of
don't
Death
think
Streaks.
I don't think Sledgehammer's stupid enough to bring back Death Streaks. I mean, if Infinity War could straighten that out, I mean, surely Sledgehammer did.
But
We're
the
making
riot
it
should look
accessible
really
for younger players.
cool. The riot should look really cool. How it went up and down
Oh
automatically.
yeah, it retracted and moved along with you, just in
Yeah.
case you didn't want to actually take cover for yourself.
Yeah.
And then the guy ripping out the door to use it as a riot shield, the car door.
Well, they've used that before too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not new to Call of Duty.
All I could think of was Captain America. I'm just joking.
But oh man. But yeah, it was like
Oh,
I gotta throw out some of that Papa Palpatine because me and him were having a thing on Twitter, and all he was talking about was Halo, and I gotta say, look, you have all these games, they look awesome, and you're getting to see all these philosophies come in, and it's like you can't just focus on one game. And he was just like, no, Halo, Halo, Halo.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? We haven't talked about yet?
What?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that, and that's actually a series I enjoy. I don't know about you
I
guys.
never really got too far into it. Like, I liked the multiplayer of Brotherhood. That's the experience I have with it. Like, I tried the campaign of Brotherhood. It just got way too boring too quickly for me. But I love the multiplayer in Brotherhood.
Yeah, see, I started off with Assassin's Creed Revelations, and then I went back and played 1, 2, and Brotherhood, and then I played through 3. I still have yet to get 4. So I need to actually catch up on the series and catch up on the storyline.
When I was still playing Assassin's Creed, I think I started off on the original because I thought it was just a really weird title that I have never seen before. And then from there I went on to Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and I think I stopped at Revelations. Revelations was the one I stopped on. I really liked it because it was like really heavily influenced by apparently historical events. So
yeah,
I think like honestly, what do you guys think about co-op in Unity? I think it's kind of something that doesn't need to be there. Honestly, it's obviously the huge fan hype thing going on. Everyone on social media was yelling, like, oh my god, there's co-op. But I think like I don't know. I think like that's a game series that doesn't really need co-op because like.
Well, I think that's going to be its own playlist, to be honest. I think you're going to have your obviously single-player campaign, and then you're going to have your co-op mode, and then you're going to have your multiplayer.
Campaign. I thought
It could be that too. They could have 2 different campaigns. I mean,
actually, Wooly.
Like, I think it just sort of ruins the idea because I love the idea of being, the lone assassin, and then they try to pull in the whole, oh yeah, there's actually an entire brotherhood, and like.
Well, the thing is, every Assassin's Creed game's had its own like Brotherhood style thing.
I know, but
I think AC1 was like the one that was just like you were pretty much the lone wolf.
Yeah,
I think that was the
that's the coolest thing about being the assassin is that you don't work with others. You just like your own thing.
Even in Assassin's Creed 1, you were at the beginning of the game punished for not
working.
And working with your brethren. You're stabbed because of it. There's always been that sort of guild of assassins there.
Yeah, and I mean, just seems like a natural progression. Did I say national? I meant natural progression. I'm having problems with my words today. I don't know why. But if you think back, I think it was that Assassin's Creed 2 or Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that started the you could call in assassin brothers from the guild you're building up.
Brotherhood. I think it
started Brotherhood. They worked on it in Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3. But you could actually lock onto a target and then press one of the buttons to bring in other assassins to help you out.
Hey, the one thing I picked up on the gameplay about the whole multiplayer thing, it looked like multiplayer went with the single player, how there were contracts that you could see and quests that someone else was looking for other assassins to join them, and how Watchdog is with their stream as multiplayer.
Yeah.
There's a quest how you can have people help you or not. What I'm saying, that's what it looked like.
You think it's gonna be somewhat almost like an MMO style kind of thing?
Yeah, it's gonna like each quest you pick up, you have options to choose multiplayer or not.
I'm talking to people on the internet.
Let me see.
Mute your mic, Marco.
Actually, no, let me see. Don't let me see.
Why not?
This happens every time Marco streams. What the hell is wrong with you?
Kick, boot.
Or just mute him. Mute him for the time being.
God. This happens every time Marco is on the stream, guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. At this point, it should be a recurring joke.
Well, it's either that or he falls asleep during stream, so.
Well, that was because it was just boring at that time.
I'm kind of really interested to listen to the rest of that conversation they're having.
In the little teaser of Uncharted at the Sony preference.
The end, Uncharted 4.
Yeah, with no kind of hint what's gonna happen. Nothing. It's just.
Yeah, I think they just made that trailer just to show, and I bet that's going to be something they talk about in next year's E3. It's not going to be released till probably 2016, I don't think.
Because didn't they lose a bunch of people from Uncharted? Yeah, the the lead design, whatever, the woman, that moved on to Battlefront for EA.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
That seemed like a really drastic change to go from something like Uncharted to Battlefront. Or at least to me
Yeah.
it did.
No, the woman was a lady that lead designer or something. Yeah, but she said that she loves Star Wars and all that. That's why we perfect fit.
Yeah.
She went on to EA with Dice thing.
Okay. I kind of want to change gears here to talk about Criterion and their new IP.
Oh, what was the new IP? What was that game? I know what you're talking
They
about.
didn't name it. They said almost nothing about it, other than they're trying to make a game that's like, thrilling because you can go fast, pretty much. It was the one where, with like parachutes, ATVs, cars, helicopters.
I know what you're talking about. Hold on.
It was Burnout
They
something.
didn't name it. They didn't say a name for it. But they, just said, oh, this is a new thing we're doing, and they had like very early engine footage. But like, what is the
First
point
person?
of that
They
game?
showed
It's all
clips
first person.
of Burnout Paradise, and I thought that was the name of the game, and then I had to
No,
rethink,
apparently
and I was
that's
like,
something
no.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
think that was just a demonstration of how they're usually more along the racing side, but
Yeah, like there's no point for that game. It's just, hey guys, we want to make an experience where you go fast.
No.
I thought
do
was
it
this
all-
during the what conference was it during? Was it during Microsoft or EA?
So, that was EA, the one I'm
It
talking
was the
about.
EA conference.
But they were doing it the first person perspective, so you're behind the wheel. It's not third person. That's what the
Yeah.
big.
It was
thing
BioWare, wasn't it?
I know.
No,
No,
this,
Or,
I'm
no,
talking
it's
about
Criterion.
Criterion.
Yeah. the fast one.
Why the heck do I have it underneath BioWare then?
Because BioWare had a different IP.
BioWare had new. Oh, okay.
New unnamed
Criterion
IP.
Games, new IP. It was a first-person game. They said talking about new terrain and new vehicles. So not just cars and racing, but you're also doing helicopters, skydiving, doing all sorts of stuff.
But it's all first person perspective.
Yeah,
I don't
because
understand.
they said something about being inspired by the YouTube videos that you see, like made with GoPros.
Yeah.
I think that's
So-
pretty cool. But yeah, like.
Yeah,
Also,
and then right after that, they go into the PGA Tour game and talk about how the Frostbite 3 engine's powering it.
why did they decide to do that?
That is the most.
To make
Okay,
the game
I'm a golfer. That
interesting.
was the most ridiculous thing ever.
It's
Why
golf
would he-
without limits. You can chip the ball over a fucking battleship. Why would
I
you
don't-
want to do that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That
Marco,
makes-
what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, whatever.
Hold on.
Like,
I'm sorry, guys, but this is something Marco does on a constant basis.
No,
I don't know why.
I have to go. I just want to say thanks for having me on the show. But I have to go. I got to get up in a couple of hours for class. So,
All right, Tim.
For class at like 2 in the morning?
What?
yeah, I'm taking summer classes.
yeah.
But you said a couple of hours. That's like 2 hours.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like.
I think he's got a girl coming over. What do you guys think?
Yeah, me
And-
too.
Hey, there he goes.
Right.
Well,
Oh my! But yeah, I mean,
PGA Tour, why?
I don't
I know.
know.
It's stupid.
Golf does not need a powerful engine like the Frostbite 3 engine.
If they lost Tiger Woods, they had to call it something.
No one will buy that game because the people who like sports games will say, oh, this is too stupid. And then all the people who like Battlefield will say, this is fucking golf.
Exactly. Let's see.
And Madden 15 was almost as stupid. They're like, hey guys, we're going to talk about being on the defense.
Defense!
Yeah, the entire presentation, they're like, hey guys, defense is cool too. That's
Yeah,
the
we'll
most
actually
important
show you
part. Don't even
From
try
my
to
perspective,
pretend.
not from the offensive side. Yeah.
Yeah, like don't
Hey,
even
Roy.
pretend that. Don't
Yeah,
even try to pretend.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That is not new to EA games. They did it with the college football. I think it was like NCAA football 2010, 2011.
Hell, they've had things where you can control where you push a guy, since like when I just like played a game of Madden because I had the money to spend on it, I was like, why the fuck not? And that was like 09.
Yeah.
Like, that's just sort of really stupid that they decided to focus on the defense. Back up to UFC. Hey guys, Bruce Lee is cool.
Yep, that's all.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it was. And then the guy interrupts and said, hey guys, Bruce Lee isn't cool. Anyone can be Bruce Lee.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, boy. Just by the way, there's about to be a lot of talking coming up here in about 2 seconds.
Phantom's coming?
Phantom's coming, yeah. This guy will talk your ear off. I'm just warning you two.
I'm kind of concerned.
This is the reason why Marco fell asleep.
What do you guys think about Mirror's Edge?
I never played Mirror's Edge.
For that? What? I missed it.
Mirror's Edge. They showed some concept art for the.
Hey,
well,
you know what
not really concept art, but like some concept, like really like well before pre-alpha footage. Yeah.
You know what made me mad? Like, okay, this is just personal and just sort of stupid, but like they showed clips from when she was getting her eye tattooed. Like, I have an intense personal fear of anything getting near my eyes, and so I was like, oh no, this is like Dead Space 2 all over again.
Yeah. Boy. Let's see what else is there.
I do really like how they actually got they consulted with real big parkour artists.
I swear to God, if this cat knocks down my camera, I am going to freaking kill it.
Oh,
I have my camera charging on like a table, and the cat that's here is just running around it, knocking almost everything off except that camera.
Nice.
Is it your cat?
It's not my cat. It's my sister's cat, which is who I'm staying with while I come down here for E3. He's the most mischievous little brat I have.
That's casually
ever met.
Hey, but were you guys sad when you saw the cat die in the Magica thing?
Oh, Magica 2! Magica 2, yes! I forgot about that.
That was one of the funniest trailers ever.
I thought it was kind of stupid that
he killed the cat.
Ow.
I thought it was stupid that they decided to show it for PlayStation, even though it's going to be predominantly.
I think I just went deaf.
Do you have your PC volume on the way up?
No, my headset was really, really, really loud.
Yeah.
Nice job, Phantom.
I don't know why they decided to show that on the Sony conference, because most people are going to be playing it on PC, but still, that is awesome that they're doing Magica 2.
Yeah. There's just some weird games for PlayStation 4 that are coming out, particularly some of the indie titles I just don't get. Like, what was this, Abzu?
Yeah, wasn't that by the makers of Journey?
Yeah, it showed the guy on the water.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was like,
I actually like that title. It looked really...
Hey, remember that bro something or other? I don't know what it was.
oh god.
Bro Force.
Bro Force. Bro Team.
Hotline Miami. That's the only title I recognize that was going on during that whole indie game.
I have to say that I'm glad that Microsoft has showed a little more interest in the indie games this time.
Yeah, their ID at Xbox campaign.
I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be cool if they actually keep indie developers take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's basically
But
Xbox
right now,
Greenlight, though, so that can cause a lot of problems. We all know what Steam Greenlight did to the industry.
Yeah, a lot of shovel, a lot of bad games.
And that's why Cliff Horse exists now. Cliff Horse. That was.
I don't know. I mean, I think Sony. Honestly, the press conference for Sony, I thought was good for the most part, but they showed too many third-party titles. They didn't show as many exclusives as I would have liked. That's me, though.
Yeah, I mean, they showed a lot of indie development titles, but they didn't show like the big time titles. Like they didn't show a what's some PS exclusives that I have no idea about.
Gran Turismo. There's supposed to be a new one coming. There's supposed to be a new one coming out. It's supposed to be like a Gran Turismo
something. I think it's Gran Turismo 5 Prologue or something. They haven't announced that yet, but that's coming down the line. I mean, I've been a Sony fan in the past. I mean, I own a PS3, and I mean, I played Little Big Planet, by the way. So I was actually excited for Little Big Planet 3, but the people playing that game were terrible at it.
Yeah, we talked about
that a lot.
I know.
You know what? I kind of hate how Sony has been trying so hard for the last, basically like ever since the PS3 came out, really, and even before then. Well, no, as the PS3 came out, like they started trying to make Sackboy or whatever their Sonic the Hedgehog, their Mario, trying to like make it their mascot. Just Sony just doesn't have that. They don't have enough first party, power to do that like Nintendo can, like Microsoft can with Master Chief, like
man.
They really should just like go on a, just having a big selection of titles instead of like, trying to get that one mascot like Sackboy.
Well, I mean, for years, Nathan Drake, but I don't see that. For years, I was always associated Sony with like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and all that, but you don't get that anymore. Oh, I mean, Kratos is big. Yeah, but you're not gonna have your mascot be Kratos. Yeah, I'm Kratos.
So I mean, Xbox frame.
You know what? I don't think you would want your mascot to be from an M-rated title, but look at Halo. I mean, M-rated game and it's the Xbox mascot.
I think the difference there is that it's sort of like a more fantastic thing going on. Because it's like. Space warrior with the
it's more
green armor and stuff, and it's more iconic that way. If it were like Nathan Drake, like who's that random guy there, but you see, the green armor and the helmet, and you immediately think, oh, that's Master Chief,
and then the Halo music just starts playing in your head.
When I remember the first time I ever played the original Halo. And it brings back so many memories for me. I mean, that console pretty much launched. That game pretty much launched the Xbox brand.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I don't think we touched on this title yet that I have here from the Microsoft conference. Phantom Dust. Now, Phantom, since this is your game.
That was the one.
That game.
That was the reboot that we were trying to find.
I never heard of that game.
It was on the original Xbox. I believe it was like a card-based game.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah.
Are we talking like Chain of Memories card based or like?
I'm gonna look it up actually.
Because I hope not.
Let's see. This one looks like it's more of like an RPG style game. Or
I just googled it. It was originally on Xbox One. The original Xbox, and then it also came to the Sega Saturn, I guess. At one point, but
we just lost SuperPawsitive.
He said he was just going to drop out into the comments because his cat's being too loud.
Apparently, it was a card-based action strategy game.
It sounds bad.
It was really popular in Japan, apparently.
Yeah, it's a cult classic, I guess.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that game actually looked really good.
It looked cool. I don't know what it's gonna be like. It was a CGI trailer, so.
Well, there's several of those, like the Rise of Tomb Raider trailer with CGI.
That looked cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that actually.
Okay, here's the thing. I had there was people at my house. They were setting up my mom's new tanning bed because she wanted it for some reason. And they were setting it up in the room right next to me. And one of the guys, whenever they were like, whenever like the lead guy was doing something like with the electricity, the other guy was walking in. He's actually a gamer as well, and he was watching E3 with me on the TV. And we were watching the trailer for the new Tomb Raider, and he was like, "This has got to be Tomb Raider." And then
I figured it out right away. He for one thing, the character, before you even saw her take off the hood and stuff, it was her physique, and then he starts talking about like how she's an adventurer kind of, and and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is either Tomb Raider or it's something like Tomb Raider. I'm like, it's Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the the whole therapist idea for the trailer? I think that's like I wouldn't call it a trope exactly, but it seems like it's just sort of like.
I feel like
it has to be something with the character.
I feel like it could be story related. I feel like maybe the game's gonna be told as like a flashback.
That would be cool if they actually had it like that, but I hope it's not just a trailer tool to make it more deep or something.
If you look back at the, I actually have played the original Tomb Raider recently. I still have it, and the original Tomb Raider, I believe it was actually it was a flashback. So it was you're playing the game after the fact. You're basically reliving like the story, what happened. So it wouldn't be like the first time Tomb Raider's done that. I mean, if you look at Tomb Raider Revelations, I don't know if you ever played that. That was on the original PlayStation. That was also a flashback. So
yeah, I mean, but it'll be interesting to see how they actually play that out. I mean, I don't know if I'll get it or not because I'm already gonna be in debt for as many games as I want to get because I want to get COD, I want to get the Halo Master Chief back for sure.
That looks awesome. Yeah, I gotta get that.
Yeah. I mean, over some of the other games, I was looking at Evolve, especially with the beta coming soon.
What did you guys think of? What did you guys think of Sunset Overdrive?
That to me, that was a hilarious looking game.
Everyone liked it except for me.
You didn't like it? Why didn't you like it?
I thought. Well, I already talked about this a bit, but I don't know. I thought it was just sort of like they weren't saying much with the game. It was like, hey guys, we're edgy because we're faking out the audience, just like EA did last year with Garden Warfare and like.
It's an apocalypse game.
Yeah, just like they're trying to bring back soap shoes and it's just.
I think the concept is cool, and I know you were watching on Spike. You said, Wooly?
Yeah.
I know before the show, before it started, Major Nelson was on the green carpet or whatever, and the Insomniac developers showed up in a gigantic bus with an alien on the front, and they were all dressed in outfits from the video game. I was like, they had the police wouldn't let them go in front of the building at first with this, but it was this gigantic bus with the big Sunset Overdrive logo and shit on it. It was cool.
They're having fun. They know it's a funny game. They know
it's Insomniac.
They know it's supposed to be a light-hearted third-person shooter. They know it's that, and
Yeah. Honestly,
but that's like a game like have a bunch of laughs with. I mean, it's.
I think the big thing for me is Insomniac for years was a PlayStation only developer, and now they switched over to well, they're not exclusive, but they switched over to making it exclusive.
No, this game is Sunset Overdrive's exclusive, right?
Yes, it is. It's exclusive.
But then they're doing the Ratchet and Clank movie also.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I hope that doesn't fail.
Yeah, you know the history of video games.
All it comes down to is money. And if you look at a game like Mass Effect, for instance, that game was started out as exclusively on Xbox and then went to PlayStation later on. So just because it's exclusive now doesn't mean it couldn't come to PlayStation later on.
Well, you could tell which ones are going to be exclusive, and which ones are going to be exclusive for a year, then go into the other consoles. Okay, because they said only first on Xbox or only first on PlayStation 4. If it was a big time exclusive, if it was a if it was a, let's see, let me try to find the game here. If it was like a Forza, it would be they would say exclusive to Xbox One or exclusive to the Xbox brand. And if it was something like, getting the DLC first on the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it would say Xbox gets it first, or first on Xbox One, or whatever. So that's how you can tell the distinction between an actual exclusive and a time limit exclusive.
Yeah, okay, for instance, they announced, I'm trying to think, like Sony talked about some exclusives and stuff. But I don't think any of them were the third-party ones. I don't think any of them were timed exclusives. I think they're all coming out the same as on Xbox at the same time. So
most of them, yeah, but only a couple were Sony exclusives.
That one towards the end, the one where it was like with the dinosaurs and the outer space kind of stuff. That indie game, I think it was.
No Man's Land.
That looked cool, but that's a timed exclusive. but they said eventually it will be coming to Xbox One.
Well, I think I'm probably gonna head out now. I need to sleep soon. Just not. 'Cause I have anything, I just wanna sleep,
we've been
but-
talking for a good hour and a half or so. I think it's probably a good time to call the stream. What do you guys think?
Okay, why don't we all just talk about favorites from the stream, what we're gonna get, what we're gonna buy.
Okay. Fam, you want to start?
I gotta think about that for a second. So you go first.
Corsev?
Yeah.
I want to be the one to end it. So.
Things I want to buy. I'm definitely buying Batman. Evolve maybe. Sunset Overdrive yes. The whole Destiny, fuck yeah. Halo, fuck yeah. Advanced Warfare, I have to because you guys are getting it. And what other game? And Scalebound. Scalebound, I'll definitely try Scale.
Yeah. Also added something you thought that really flopped. Like, what was the biggest flop out of the 4 conferences today?
Little Big Planet.
Sony. Yeah, Little Big
Sony.
Planet.
I have to agree, Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the way they unveiled it. I just feel like it wasn't the right moment for it, but that's me.
Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much your big games you plan on getting, Corsev?
Yeah. I gotta start saving money.
Yeah.
I'll be broke by December.
Oh, dude, I'll probably go have to take out loads just to buy all the games I want. But
Bioman. Hard drive because there's no way I'm gonna be able to fit all that stuff. My Xbox One.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Bioman, what do you think?
Honestly, nothing really impressed me too much in this. Like there are a few that I'm gonna get. Obviously Star Wars Battlefront because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Oh, yeah. And then maybe Magica 2 if I end up, finding some friends. But other than that, things impressed me just sort of in what they were doing for franchises and for the industry, but nothing really impressed me in a way that I was like, oh, I want to, I really want to buy this and play it. So I'm mainly gonna be sticking to League of Legends and the games I have now, like KOTOR and stuff like that.
Okay, Phantom.
I'm gonna say right now, you're gonna laugh at this. I'm really excited. Happy Wars is coming to Xbox One. I'm being serious.
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Happy Wars. But anyways, Forza Horizon 2 for sure. That game, I was a big fan of the first one. So let's see what else. Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, of course. I'm actually I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed with that. But the big one, at least for me, is the Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm for sure getting that. I want to be able to play all those games again. And then Assassin's Creed Unity. You got to go with Unity. It looked great. I hope the 4-player kind of co-op kind of works as good as they showed it. But I'll keep my fingers crossed with that.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot GTA 5 for the Xbox One. Buying that. Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I agree. And it is coming to PC also, which is.
Are you gonna sell that? Phantom? You gonna beat the campaign and sell it again?
No. I actually want the Xbox One version. I'm excited about that. And plus, it'll be more complete than it was at launch for 360. So, more content and stuff.
Hopefully, online works right away.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hope, but I'm not gonna keep my fingers crossed. So. I mean, there's so many. I mean, Sunset Overdrive. I pretty much want all the games they announced for the most part, but I'm not going to be able to afford all of them to launch.
Yeah.
So I can only choose from 4 of them.
Now, Wooly.
Oh, there's one more I have to say. The Crew, Ubisoft showed. That freaking you'll be able to drive all around the US. That looks pretty cool.
The only thing with the Crew is if they were actually able to show my little hometown of 5,000 people, that would get me hooked. If you could get every little town and every little city in the United States of America, I would be hooked. Okay?
I don't think they're going to show every major. I think they're going to show have major cities, but I don't think they're going to have a little Hobunk town in the middle of nowhere in the game. It's probably just going to be open country.
Yeah, that'd be cool though if they actually.
I could drive to my house.
That would be cool. It would be cool.
Have like the little Google Maps van, going around.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
probably what they
the
did.
sad part is the Google Maps vehicle actually did drive through my hometown, but they only drove down one street. So they, yeah, but it's like they missed like 90% of the town. So, but it was like residential area. And it was,
Okay.
So what are you thinking, Wooly? Best games?
I'm definitely gonna get Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I think that's pretty much a given. I really like the way Sledgehammer's taking Call of Duty, what direction they're doing. As for other games, I'm looking at Evolve. That one looks very interesting to me. It's a different type of FPS, and it's going to be an exclusive beta and DLC on Xbox One. So, and as an Xbox One owner, I'm kind of interested in that. Assassin's Creed Unity, like I said, I'm really into the series. I need to go and actually play 4 sometime. Sunset Overdrive, I'd just say that's going to be hilarious to play. Halo, obviously. The Master Chief and Halo 5. Let's see, what else was there? Tom Clancy's The Division looks interesting. I'm not sure if I'll get that. And then also Rainbow Six, or what was it? Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six. It's
Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege. That looked amazing. It really did.
That won't be out for a while, but that's definitely something I really want to look into getting. I don't know about Battlefield Hardline yet. They haven't really done too much. I mean, it looks like Battlefield. The interface looks like Battlefield. I just don't know about the story.
It's Battlefield with cops and robbers.
Yeah. Definitely not going to get the Shape Up game, like I said.
That would be...
Why?
If someone wants to buy that for me, and I'll do YouTube if someone buys that for me.
I will buy that for you. I will buy it for you just to see you play it.
I'll buy it.
Sit there and do the little like piano thing like the guy was doing.
I'll Amazon it to you, and I'll buy you a sweatband also.
Like jumping up and down.
One piece pink spandex suit. One piece.
Oh God. And with that, I'm dropping out of the stream.
See you later.
At TYTDerek on Twitter. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. See ya.
All right, and GTA 5 as well. I think we're going to stop it here, guys.
Now I have a bad image in my head of Wooly in a pink spandex suit.
All right, so Bioman's already done his stuff. Phantom, go for it.
Twitter at Phantom0288. My YouTube is youtube.com Phantom0288.
And of course, if you don't have a YouTube channel, but you have a Twitter.
You will have one eventually.
www.youtube.com/Corsevig. Also at Corsevig. I will be posting videos soon. There's a couple of them, but don't look at those at bad quality. But I will be producing some soon. In the future.
Soon, hopefully.
Yeah, if you guys are watching this on right now, you're obviously at my channel, youtube.com/LilWooly618. Follow me on Twitter at LilWooly618, like it says in the lower third. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitch for some reason, everything of mine is LilWooly618, except for my Origin account, which that was some bull. Because I went to sign up for the Hardline beta.
Was it taken?
No, okay, here's the thing. I go to sign up for the Hardline beta. You have to have an Origin account. And it wasn't coming to Xbox One, so the only thing I have is, my laptop, which could probably run Battlefield, hopefully. And, you have to have an Origin account, so I try to sign up for Origin. Well, everyone's rushing the beta sign up, and everyone's rushing Origin just to try to get into the game. So I couldn't make an Origin account until like 30 minutes, 40 minutes after they made the announcement. So I go and get on Origin finally. I type in LilWooly618. It says it's taken. It's like, crap, okay. So I end up getting the Origin name, That Wooly, THAT.
That Wooly.
Why?
God.
It gets worse. I get signed up. I download the Origin interface thing for the PC, and I go and I just decide, let's see if LilWooly618 is actually on there. No one has it. So I was like, you mother.
You know what? I wish EA would just abandon Origin and let Steam run their stuff, but they won't let them.
They want to cut. They want their own cut. They don't want Valve to take any of it. But guys, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Us ramble about E3 day one. I think we might do this again for tomorrow, guys. If you guys
Nintendo's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be free tomorrow.
Oh god, Nintendo.
Nintendo's early though. I think
Pokemon. What the Pokemon?
Is Nintendo going to be on TV or is it going to be stream only?
It's going to be on stream only. I think it's going to be on IGN and.
How early is it?
Probably
12.
I'll look at the schedule right now.
Okay, then I won't oversleep. Okay.
Yeah.
It's at 12. It's at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So for Wooly, it'd be 11.
Yeah. So guys, I think we're actually going to do a stream like this tomorrow as well. So if anyone's watching this right now and you're interested, if you're a YouTuber, tweet at me on my Twitter, and and I'll see if we can figure something out, get you guys on. Hopefully, if you guys want to come back, Phantom, Bowman, Corsev, you guys want to back tomorrow? Do this.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Nintendo. Honestly,
yeah,
I am too.
I think Nintendo.
Smash.
Nintendo has the most to lose out of all of them. I think right now. So
Pokemon.
No, they're already at the bottom. At this point, they're just trying to stay alive.
If they totally it probably does. If Nintendo fails this E3, I don't know how much longer they have, how much life they have left in them.
I'm still against the whole YouTube policy, but
it's great that Mario Kart 8 is actually selling units for them though. But it's sad that it took a year and a half after launch for them to actually be starting to sell the Wii U.
Good launch titles. What the fuck?
Yeah, why don't we save Nintendo for the Nintendo conference?
Yeah, we'll talk about
it. Guys, tomorrow we'll have stuff on Nintendo. We'll have stuff about the other conferences that are going around, some other news. Maybe more reveals. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'm Lil Wooly 618. That's Phantom 0288. That's Bioman or TYTDerek, whatever he's going by now, and Corsev. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.